Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the King May community. Hey, if you enjoy today's video, make sure you go ahead right now and tap that thumbs up button for me. And of course, if you haven't yet subscribed here to the King May community, make sure you go ahead and you do that for me now. But you all, today we are back here on Deer Creek on the $30 million dairy farm, and I'm really enjoying this map. And if you all are playing on it as well, hope you all are enjoying it as well by Central Ohio Modding. We have been going rather hard here, so got quite a few hard workers at the moment anyways, trying to take care of some tillage and getting fields taken care of, but we need to get more coming very quickly because, well, once we get done with mowing some grass here, we are definitely going to need to hit the fields and get more harvesting done. Now we got more fields that are going to be coming up here very shortly, and they're going to be ready to harvest. The corn isn't quite there yet. I will pick the corn early before our corn silage. We're going to go ahead, we're going to rock our John Deere 9700 self-propelled chopper. We're going to get that whole girl out there, and we're going to be doing that, but first, well, we're gonna have to take care of this haylage with that same chopper. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get the hay header put onto it, the pickup header, and we got to get these rows merged up. Now, one of these fields I am going to pick out, and we're gonna be making some hay bales in both the large square bales, which we're gonna do the 180 centimeter bales, just to keep them a little bit smaller. That way they will mix a lot better for TMR. And of course, we are going to need to bust out that old school small square baler as well for the tie stall barn here, y'all. I am rather excited. I'm hoping anyways down the road we're going to get kind of like a large freestyle style barn. Hopefully somebody can kind of come out with one cool like FS19 where it's got like a large milking parlor in it with kind of like the freestyle stanchions in the back. Hoping we can do something along those lines down the road, but for now we're gonna rock old school and new school all together, which is why this farm is as big and expensive as it is. We have a lot of big equipment on this farm. It's been really fun using all of that, but I get to satisfy best of both worlds, which means hopefully you all will enjoy this series that much more because we're rocking some kind of medium to smaller equipment as well. So I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna get to town on this hay. Probably gonna go ahead and time lapse this for you all, so make sure you grab yourself your favorite drink, maybe a little snack, watch a little bit of a timeline of mowing down this field here. But afterwards we need to get after refueling the combines and get back to harvesting here. So we got ourselves a busy one here on Deer Creek today. Just wrapping up this field, we got one more that we need to cut as well, but we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get after that a little bit later. For right now, we need to get on over to management and making sure that our other hired workers are continuing going on with tillage work, and we need to get those combines rolling because we need to make sure that that field gets finished up here today. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna back the old 7R up to the 6R here. We do have 2 rigs set up, ready to go with the same mower set up, and honestly, it's pretty nice having 2 rigs I can go out there and do the same work. Now that I think about it, I do want to go ahead and move our windrower, self-propelled windrower, and get our chopper out and header swapped out here quick, ready to go. Now that windrower, we are going to go ahead, we're going to use that one when we are doing cutting for the baling as we fire up the old chopper here. And the reason being is the mower setup is going to be much better for our smaller rake. That way we can get a better windrow setup for the balers. I think the merger, although we could do it, we could lift up the middle section for the merger. I figured for efficiency it would be better to have two. Just got the header hooked up here. Let's get backed out, and we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna bring this header on over to the other side of the shed and get her all greased up, ready to go for when we get to chopping here, y'all. All right, we got that taken care of. Let's go ahead, we're gonna open up this door and we're gonna get the truck over here and hooked on up to the fuel trailer there, take that out to the combines, and we're gonna take the old Dodge here today, seeing how it does already have the ball hitch on it, ready to go. All right, there we go, got the trailer hooked up. Looks like the lights are working fine. Now we're not going very far, so I'm not too worried about blinkers and everything else. This trailer is a new trailer as well, so this should be working just fine. It's pulling up though. Let's get the old Thunder Creek filled up here. All right, finally got that old girl filled up. I do love that that trailer holds as much as it does. And now I know we still have quite a bit of work to do with straw. We need to get going on that as well. The weeds are already starting to come in here, so we will be getting after that here later on today. But I need to keep the hired workers going to town here with combining first. And what is Faith doing out in the field? Faith, honey, would you go back home? Go home. Back to the house. Oh, goodness. All right. Dogs will be dogs, man. All right. Let's just ease our way through this field now here. Get on over to the combines. All right, pulling on into our sorghum field now. We got everything transferred over here. Now we just need to get the 8RX on over here later on. Looks like our hired hands are looking for a little direction here too. So I'm gonna have to do quite a bit here, get everyone back to work here. Be quite honest, they're probably looking for lunch too, so I might as well bring them some food while we're at it. All right, combine number one is gonna need the most here. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get this opened up, motor fired up, and looks like this combine is actually still doing fairly well on fuel. So we're gonna go ahead, I got the hired worker pulling on in. We're gonna get them set up down on the other end of this field and get them working towards the middle. All right, X9 combine number two on the way. Let's go back here, get this combine wrapped up with the fuel, get the hired worker going on this one as well, but we're gonna have to get it unloaded here first, seeing how they were actually out and going earlier this morning. All right, there we go, we got Caps 9R going back to work as well. Let's hop back in the old truck down here. We got to bring the 8RX over. We got to keep these combines rolling for the rest of the day. All right, firing up the 8RX. Looks like fuel is actually sitting rather well in this tractor as well. We should be good for the rest of the day today. Let's go on, get back over there. All right, we got the old X9 fired up, ready to go. Everything is looking good thus far. We're going to be handing it over to the hired worker here once we get unloaded, which we're just about there. And we're going to go ahead, we're going to hop back in that 8RX. We got to get to the other side, see how the other hired hand is doing in that old X9. And looks like the hired hand over here is doing really well, but missed a strip. So just to let you guys know that on Deer Creek, just a little bit of a quirk with the hired workers. And it kind of works with the GPS as well. We don't quite have all the lines set up like we did on some of the maps previously. So those things I'm sure are sure to come with FS22. But for right now, some of these fields are at different angles, and you might have some things going on like this where you just got to kind of go back and touch up and finish up. It's been a lot easier when we got the rest of the guys on and helping, but everyone's kind of busy today as I'm recording the videos for this week. So we're gonna go ahead, let's keep on trucking away with the hired workers. Looks like he's getting his pipe out. There we go. I don't want to get too close because this pipe actually does have quite a bit of reach to it. And there we go, perfection. We are unloading on the go with the old hired hand here, making sure I kind of Watch where I'm going here. I don't want to hit their header as we are unloading on the go here. You should all let me know in the comment section down below as well if you all have been playing Deer Creek. How have you all been enjoying the map thus far? Have you all made yourselves your own custom farms on this map, or have you been rocking the one that came on the map already? I know as I've shown you guys, we're getting a little bit closer to the header. I've shown you guys the kind of custom expansion build that we have done. I'm kind of curious to see or know about your guys' custom builds, if you've done one completely from scratch with a lot of the new placeable mods that are coming out. Very cool to see a lot of these mods coming to FS22, and especially so quick. Kind of impressive to be able to kind of pick up with the new game on FS22 with a lot of the really cool mods that we were enjoying in FS19 that took quite so long to get in 19. We're getting a lot of them already. And I know a lot of you guys on console are kind of struggling with getting mods. Be patient. It does take more time to get mods out for console, but I'm sure they will continue to come for you all. But looks like he's just about empty, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna pull ahead before he gets to the end of the row here. Get on over to the other combine, and now we're unloading the old Brent here. I really have been enjoying utilizing this setup. I know it's a bit excessive, but I tell you what, it's kind of nice being able to just pull this whole system up to the field and get the field fully harvested and be able to store the entire field in this old girl, the big old mother bin, and then be able to just come and unload it later on. It kind of helps because then this way too, when we have multiple fields working, all we got to do is get everything emptied, get all the guys onto the next field, get them starting to harvest, and they can go for a little bit while we unload the mother bin and get it transferred to the next field. It kind of makes it nice and easy for getting a lot of work done without having to worry about trucking everything back to the farm. Now, normally I don't always use a mother bin, but since we have it in base game, it's been pretty nice being able to just utilize that. It makes it easier too in situations like this where I've got hired workers going to town. I myself can step away once I get them unloaded, go grab a semi truck and just work on trucking while we keep the workers moving along. Especially when everything is as expensive as it is right now. We're going to have a decent amount of crop between canola, oats, and now sorghum to be able to sell. And I believe we got a couple of fields of soybean that are going to be harvestable this year that we can definitely sell for cash crop as well. All right, that guy is good to go. Let's hop on over, make sure the other combine is emptied out and rolling along. X9 number 2 getting unloaded now, and the process continues here as we continue on this sorghum field. Now I think I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna trust these guys. They should be good for a little while yet. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna shut down the 8RX for just right now. We're gonna head on back to the farm. We got one more thing to do yet for today. We're gonna hop in the old Gator and we're gonna make sure our cattle are good to go. Now we will be buying more cattle very shortly. We've already spent a few $100,000 in cattle at the moment. Now technically these are 3 open pens all kind of fenced in together here, so we are going to go ahead and continue with these cattle. Now the open pens as well have changed, so now they can hold upwards of 500 head. We put 80 in each, so we're doing fairly well for right now, but we're going to be buying some more cows to fill up our tie stall barn as well as beef cattle. Now taking a peek here, looks like feed doing pretty well here, and water looking good as well. Looks like feed is doing well here as well, and water. We got one more pen. Let's go ahead, let's just make sure all the cattle are good for tonight, and looks like they are. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna probably unload the spreader off of the 8330, and we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get hooked up to the merger because we need to get going on that tonight. We're gonna get the fields ready to go for chopping here tomorrow. So I'm gonna get on back. Let's get that limer disconnected. We're gonna get rolling in the old merger. All right, 8330 hooked on up to the old merger. We're gonna get this field merged up for today. Kind of a chillax video. We didn't get a whole lot done since how progression is a little bit slower on this map, so I'm just trying to bounce around a little bit, do a little bit of everything of what we have going on at the moment here, y'all. So if you are enjoying the videos here on Deer Creek with a $30 million dairy farm, let me know by tapping that thumbs up button. And of course, if you haven't yet subscribed here to the King May community, make sure you go ahead, please do that for me. Now, hope you guys are enjoying these videos here for this week as well. It was just easier for me to crank out videos on this map for the week. We will be having one more coming out on Friday for you all, so I hope you do enjoy. And anyways, I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.